Hi, I trust you're well. I'm stopping by to share a few things the Lord has been speaking about 2026. And one of the things the Lord has highlighted to me is that next year is going to be a year of the Spirit. I already mentioned that in a previous video, that next year you're going to see the move of God in unprecedented ways, in ways you haven't seen before. There are things that the Spirit of God is going to do next year that you may wonder and be like, is this really God? Is this because it's going to be in ways that you haven't seen before? Also, because we don't know God, we don't understand Him in His entirety. We know fragments of Him, we know how He has moved in the past, and we know bits and pieces of God, but no one really knows Him in His entirety. Next year is going to be one of those years that He will show off. His Spirit is going to take lead and He's going to do His thing. And because His Spirit is going to take lead, one of the things He's been saying is that He will need you to be completely dependent on Him. You'd have to let go. You'd have to lose control next year. You'd have to just say, God, take the lead. And for many of you, over the past 3 or 4 months, God has been dealing with you in this area where everything you have known, everything you have trusted in, your ability, your wisdom, your resources, God has had a way of pulling them under your feet. It's like He's pulling the rug and under your feet, kind of. That's what God has been doing to you over the past few months, because He's bringing you to that place of dependency on Him so that He can move. The Lord has been doing that so that you can depend on Him. Bible says in Psalm 127, verse 23 down, it talks about sailors who go to the deep, who do business on great waters. At a point they were at their wit ends. These are skilled people, these are experienced people, and so they are not even doing business in the shallow. They go to the deep. It should tell you the level of experience that they have. It should tell you the level of expertise they have. But even at that, Bible says when they were in the deep, they were at their wet ends and they were fainting within themselves. And so they cried out to the Lord, and He calmed the storm, and he saved them from their distress. And that is what God has been doing with many of you over the past 3 to 4 months. He has been bringing you to your wits' ends. It's as if everything you know, everything you have believed in is crashing before you. It's because He's preparing you for 2026. He's preparing you to let go. He's preparing you to lose control and to have full dependency on Him in 2026. The Spirit of God, when He gave me this word, highlighted the story of Jacob to me. After he wrestled with God, the Bible says that his hip bone was dislocated. And so in Genesis 48 and also in Hebrews 11, verse 21, he prophesied to his children, leaning on a staff, so that for the rest of Jacob's life, he couldn't depend on himself. He couldn't depend on his feet to walk. He couldn't depend on his hip bone to carry him around. He leaned on a staff throughout the rest of his life. That staff is the Holy Spirit. That staff is who you'll be dependent on. That staff is who you'll be leaning on throughout 2026. You'd have to come to that place where you are like, God, I have tried and it's not working. I have done it with my might and it's not working. And for those of you who are still holding on, those of you that God has been trying to let go, and you've had various excuses, next year somehow he will bring you to that point where you let go. Because most importantly, God is preparing us to be more like Christ for His return. And so all these processes and all these things He takes us through is to make us become more like Christ, make us become selfless. It's to make us die to our flesh and what we believe and the aspects of ourselves we believe in so much that we aren't letting God lead. In 2026, you'd have to let go. It's either you let go by yourself or God will make you let go. The Bible says in the book of John, I think, that if you fall on the rock, it breaks you. But if the rock falls on you, it crushes you. So you either fall on the rock Else, if the rock falls on you, it crashes, you either let go, or if God makes you let go, it will be hurtful, it will be painful. 2026, God is going to move in your businesses, in your homes, in your finances, in the lives of your children, your health, every area of your life. You are going to see Him move in ways that will blow your mind. You haven't seen it before. I can promise you that. God, you would think that God is a miracle working God, yes, but how He's going to move and the things He's going to do, you haven't seen it. It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. So this is one of the things that the Holy Spirit has been highlighting to me. And if He says other things, I'll be coming up to share it with you. But next year is going to be a year of the Spirit. It will be mind blowing. It will be mind blowing. It will be an amazing time leaning on the Spirit and following His lead. You just have to come to be at peace with not being okay. As in, you would have to come to be at peace with the fact that you are not in charge and the Spirit of God is leading. You would have to come to that place. You'd have to come to that place because He will lead and He will lead you beautifully. God bless you. I'll see you around. Bye.